We haven't been in this part, so this is the Raule area. So we haven't been here for quite some time now, several months, perhaps even a year. So, you know, typical, well, this is basically a new area which was built up, you know, after the Second World War, which means, you know, basically just apartment buildings. Pretty Lizzie. Viva Tuki. I haven't seen this kind of dog related sign. Ah, interesting. So basically it says Lize Stoy. On the left you have dogs mandatory on leashes and clean after your pet. So yeah, interesting. So as you can see, typical, you know, socialist era Giacomo apartment buildings. Vedemo, lepo počas, boji se te, Lizija, vidiš. Ne moreš se igrati, boji se te. And this is actually old folks home. So Šiška old folks home. So in Slovene dom starejših Šiška. Well, I think it's missing dom starejših občanov. So a little, let's say, park area, sort of. I was trying to. That phone call in the previous video I was making rattled me. I forgot what I was trying to talk about, well, what to add. And you know, basically the real estate market in Ljubljana has now become so saturated with these, you know, upscale, upstandard projects, complexes, and at the same time, you know, in the city center, the old city center, you know, because of the economy, you know, they are shutting down these different businesses, you know, stores, whatever, or bars. And they are converting these areas, you know, business. This is one of the worst thing about this quality of construction here. As you can see, the tiles are basically missing, or you know, things growing where the tiles should be. Liza, kam se ti mudi? Oh, a lot of ice. So yeah, and they are converting these business areas. Liza, nehi, pridi sem. I don't know where she's dragging me. I know where she wants to go, but I don't have any reason to go there. She wants to go to our car mechanic. She knows the way. And I don't need to go there because the car, mom's car, is back at home. You know, we went a couple of times, like, to pick it up, and we made a, you know, afternoon walk of it for Liza. And you know, they're converting these business offices, business spaces into, you know, Airbnb, which of course then affects, you know, value or the price of the real estate, and this basically artificially increases the value. Of course, people cannot buy an apartment because, you know, they are not only Liza. I don't know what's wrong with her. Sam. Tuki. Kids at play. Okay, sliding down their bellies while the teacher is looking. Okay, I wouldn't allow that, but as you can see, so the ordinary people cannot buy or rent this apartment because the owners get more money from a week of such rental than from a month. And basically if they can get two Airbnb customers, tenants, they get more money with as a regular tenant. Kak greva tuki? Okay, and this is school ground. And yeah, and then people are now we have this trend of converting like this. This would be a typical, in Slovenian terms, one family house, usually 2 stories, and perhaps a mansard, so attic, which can be as in our house be the 3rd floor. Usually one house usually there would be 2 or 3 households, 3 generations of the same family, or let's say 1 floor for parents and two floors for each of the 2 kids, let's say. But now they are converting these one family houses into multiple four apartment houses and selling them off, of course, which on one way increases the number of apartments, but in some regards they are not as, let's say, spacious and not, let's say, suitable for families with kids, because previously one family had 3 floors, and now they have 1/2 of 1 floor. So basically of course you can live like that, but the standards regarding the net quantity of space per family member is going down, except of course in upscale projects. And now they have also started a new trend, is to basically adapt every piece of the, let's say, such houses, not to sell but to rent. Lizzie. Okay, we will go here. We have never walked here. We will go here and then to the right, and we will come to the main road. I don't know what is up with her today. She wants to walk in areas that we usually don't go, and perhaps this is her point, as you can see. Or they are basically demolishing old buildings and constructing like this. Or another trend is usually these houses have pretty large backyard or a yard around it, and now they have started to split the property in 2, sell the, let's say, yard as an independent property, and they build additional house there, smaller house, but yeah. And now another, do we have anything here? Yeah, perfect. I wasn't planning, you see, like this garage. And now is a trend that they are starting converting these garages, because frankly majority of these houses were built, by the old standards, and modern cars, like this or this, can barely fit in such garages. And here in this part of Ljubljana, it's very common to have, so this is like a new principle, regarding garage, but the old principle was, as I showed you, like underground or a half sunken garage. Lizzie, počasi, no? There is quite a bit of ice. And now they have started converting these underutilized garages into apartments, and they have square, they have about 20 to 30 square meters of usable space. And one such apartment that is for rent here in Shishka area is going for Pridna sta, ja. Eko. Pridna kućeta. Ja. Okay, let's continue on. And that converted garage, like this, is going for 400 euros plus expenses, utilities per month. And the funny thing is, this they have, let's say, swing doors, like this. But that, Liza, I don't know what's with her today. They opened like this, up. And basically that, how you could call, drive down to the garage doesn't have any steps. And now imagine during the winter, like this, all slippery, and you're trying to go down. Liza, pa kaj je s tabo danes? Ne, tukaj greva. Tukaj, Lizzie. And you are trying to go down and of course you can slip. And of course another problem is they didn't, at least let's say build a proper front wall, but they just left that garage doors, that would be the proper order, I believe. So basically one of your four walls can be basically be lifted at any point. And now, because we have this energy crisis here in Europe, because the prices for basically oil and basically for heating. Now the heating is the major part of the problem here, because in a lot of cases the prices went up. Well, expenses for the owners or renters went up for one time or even 2-3 times in some cases here in Slovenia. And this kind of apartment, those car doors, while garage doors, don't provide any sufficient isolation from the winter cold, or in the summer from the heat. So, but you know, people are just greedy, and of course people in need, when they want to come here in Ljubljana, you know, they will take it. And I'm now also wondering if, you know, the owners of the property, the house, have officially had an official permit to convert said garage into a new apartment. So yeah, fun times here in Ljubljana. Okay, we will end at this point.